I'm always playing with my hair when we start.
The wind's messing up my hair.
I know. No, this is perfect. Hello everyone, it's Stephanie Kelly with Parent and Kelly Real Estate, and I'm here in Del Mar on a beautiful day with Scott Davenport of Guaranteed Rate Mortgage.
How's it going, everyone?
Obviously not Chris Parent. We're gonna film tomorrow with our market update. We know you guys love it. So today I thought it would be really interesting to feature Scott and kind of talk about how we help each other out in your real estate transaction, what he can do for you buyers out there in this hot market, how we can succeed at getting, you know, your offer accepted.
Yeah.
So Scott, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a mortgage lender with Guaranteed Rates. We're the 8th largest retail lender in the U.S. We do residential lending, and so some of the things I do is I help with buyers getting pre-approved before they're out there shopping for houses to make sure those offers are legitimate and can be accepted. And at the same time, sellers, as they're selling their houses, we cross-qualify and make sure those offers that are coming in are legitimate offers. I mean, that's one of the things we really try to do, just to make sure everybody's in a legitimate position to close the transaction. Right?
Yeah. And so there's this new program out that a lot of my buyers are fired up about, and I really wanted Scott to talk to you about this today because it's fairly new to the market. So if the wind doesn't just blow all my hair over, Scott's going to tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this is a great program that we've offered. It's an exclusive product that we have. It's a 1% down payment loan, and it's actually we give you a 2% grant on top of that. So to get you get 3% down total. It's part of the Freddie Mac Home Possible program, where it is a 3% down payment total program requirement. We call it our double match. You put down one, we're going to give you two. That two is actually a grant. It's just money we're going to give to you. So there are some restrictions, requirements, but it is one of those awesome ways for first-time home buyers that just don't have that huge down payment funds to get in and get their first house.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
2%, here you go. I like it.
Free money, right? Can't be mad about that, right?
Yeah, it helps first-time home buyers if you don't have that 3.5%. I know it's tough because you'll see a beautiful house and you want to get in, but there's going to be some renovations that need to be done. You don't want to spend all that money on the down, and you still have your initial deposit. So tell us a little bit about what a traditional FHA is for these first-time home buyers that we're all working with.
Yeah.
The market's super hot right now. It's going up, and so we're trying to get you into these houses. FHA is still a good way to go.
FHA is great. It honestly has become, I'd say, one of the staples of what we do a lot of loans with if you don't want to do the 1% down. Now the difference is minor, so you get a little bit better rate on the FHA than you do on the 1% down program, and that's kind of expected. If you're putting less money down, you might not get the best rate, but it's still phenomenal. And then FHA gives you a great chance. It is kind of a great loan because it helps people that are coming back into the market. You've got those people that maybe had a short sale or a foreclosure in the past and are ready to buy again. So the returning market is also eligible for, and then the first-time home buyer. 3.5% down payment is all that's required. You can have some of that as a gift to come from family members. So it's a great way to get into your first house. There used to be a lot of stipulations that FHA used to put on houses where it was tougher, and agents were scared of buyers using FHA. They pretty much got rid of that. It's conventional financing rules are the same on the type of home, as long as the home is in good standing condition. We're not talking about dilapidated properties, but it's a great way to get in a home. As long as the heat works and the water works, you're pretty much going to be okay.
There's really no difference. It's just an idea sellers get in their head sometimes. They hear FHA isn't that strong of an offer. It's the same offer, same amount of time, same great buyers wanting to purchase your home. So it's wonderful that we have Scott. He actually has done a lot of legwork trying to get condos approved for FHA financing. I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of condos are not FHA approved, and that has been a little tough in the market right now because most of the homes even under 500 in some of the cities are condos or townhomes, and not all of those are approved to be FHA financeable. So Scott has been, I just sent him a huge list, which I shouldn't do, but he's even done the legwork and called the HOA association. Can you kind of explain how you get them approved?
Yeah, so it's a process, but it's one of those things that a lot of complexes are becoming more open to because it's a needed product. So basically, to do an FHA loan, the condo complex has to be approved, and what that means is they have to send in their documentation to HUD to make sure that they're no major litigation against the property, that there's a fair amount of owners versus renters in the home, tenant occupied properties versus owner occupied. So they do look at all these things together to make sure they fit within the FHA standard. A lot of complexes before the crash were approved, and after the crash they kind of stopped using FHA. Just wasn't as prevalent, so a lot of them let their approval expire. So there's a big list that I can go to see if a particular condo complex has had it before, and then there's a streamlined reapproval that's not too hard to do. And if they haven't had it at all, we have a whole team. My company actually has a whole team. That's all they do, is they find these complexes, we get them approved within the system. It takes about 30 days, but we help the HOA completely. So I've got HOAs actually reaching out to me saying, hey, we want to get approved FHA, can your company help us? Without even having any buyers or sellers in that complex. We're happy to help, because that opens up the door for us then to know that it becomes a available place for somebody down the road.
Yeah, and I really value that, because our sellers, if they're having a hard time in their condo complex, if we have it already FHA approved, that just opens the floodgates to more and more buyers coming in.
Yeah.
It really gives our buyers an upper leg with our offer to say, hey, our lender went the extra mile for you here, called the association, he's getting it FHA approved, don't worry.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with an FHA loan, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
We want you to get into a house. So do you do other loans? Do you do VA loans?
Yes, yeah.
Can you talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, so VA is hands down my favorite loan. It's definitely one of, especially San Diego, it's the best area for it. We have the highest, the most dense population of military in the area. So VA, 100% financing. It's amazing. It's the lowest rates, no mortgage insurance. It's phenomenal. It's definitely the best way to go if you're VA eligible. So it's one of the things that we pride ourselves as a company to do everything we can to help the military. And the VA loan is definitely one of those loans that anytime I get a chance to do one, I've got one in contract right now. And it's amazing. Sometimes we've got veterans out there that don't realize they have that VA eligibility and have never used it. And they may have not been in the military for 15, 20 years, but they still have it out there and available. So it's a great option to look for, get into a home another way, for sure. And we do that. We do the jumbo financing for those high dollar loans. I mean, I really have every loan product available as far as if somebody's looking for a loan. I've got everything from your semi hard money type loans to your seasoned jumbo investor and anything and everything. So I really do have the full gamut available. It's really just finding the right one that fits the right person.
Yeah. Well, we love you, veterans. Thank you so much for serving our country. We love working with VA buyers.
Yeah.
It's very, very rewarding, and we think you deserve the world. So if you're retired military or still in the military, Scott will help you get VA approved, and then we'll find you something close to the beach where there's beautiful airplanes enjoying the view today. Look how beautiful it is in Del Mar. Well, there's still traditional financing, conventional loans. You know, the 20% you all hear about. Is there any conventional loan that's less than 20% that you can do?
Yeah, so you can do conventional financing. 3% down is part of a program that we have. We do 5% down. When you start getting above 10% down, you start losing the cost of mortgage insurance goes down a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's benefits. I mean, so like I said, you can do the 1% down program is technically conventional financing. So anything from 1 to 20% down, or as much as you want to put down, is all available. So you have that whole gamut of what you're wanting to put down. A lot of times the conversation comes up where the people are wanting to put down 10%. We start looking at it, and that's completely, taking all their funds. And I say, maybe that's not the best move. Let's keep a little money in the bank. You're going to want to do some home improvements as soon as you move in. You're going to get those new couches and everything ready for the house. So one of the things I like to do is really sit down and say, let's look at the budget as a big picture, not just this, what do I have to do to put every dime into the house? So sometimes doing 10% may be better than 20%. And then you always have that option of refinancing if things improve down the road, get rid of the mortgage insurance, and it opens up some doors.
Yeah. So there's lots of renovations out there still.
Yeah.
Are there any, is the FHA 203K still in effect?
Yeah.
Can you do that too?
Yeah.
I really like pushing that one, because you guys know I love the renos.
Yeah.
We love finding that ugly duckling in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood, and we see a rundown house, but you might not have the funds for the renovation and or the time. But I would love to help you, and Scott can help you out with that too. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's a great one, because it's honestly something that where someone expert like you can see a house and see the potential. A lot of times as a buyer, you're looking at houses and you're thinking move-in ready. let's get that house that's already been all fixed up, but you're not paying a premium for that. So sometimes if you look at a house and have Stephanie show you a house that maybe needs a little work, maybe needs a new kitchen or needs the floor redone, things like that, there's the 203K loan, which basically allows you to get some bids to find out what those costs are going to be, and we can actually have all of that financed on the future value once all that's done. So it's a great way to do that rehab loan, but it's all part of the FHA program. So it's an awesome way to really get the house that you're looking for, as long as you're willing to wait and put in a little work.
Yeah, it can still be turnkey ready by the time you move in.
Yes.
So just keep your, your rental for, give me 30 days, you guys,
Yeah.
and I can completely transform your house.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the funds, Scott can hook you up with the FHA 203K. That's fantastic. I love that one. I love pushing that one, and not a lot of people talk about that. Not a lot of people can really see the home after. But give me an extra 30 days and it will be turnkey ready. You don't have to move in when there's no floor. We'll find some floor for you.
I am terrible. I have no vision. I cannot see what's in front. I see what's in front of me and that's it. I don't have that, so I need the perspective to have someone come in and say, if you do this, I'm like, no, that'll never work. And then when it's done, I'm like, oh, that was amazing. I should have thought it the whole time. So it's great to have an expert who knows and says, here's what can be done, and that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
Help does hit the
Thanks,
vision.
Scott. Well, we would both love to help any buyers or sellers looking to move to or from San Diego County, even up to Mission Viejo, Mammoth, and Palm Springs, where we have some of our listings right now. So if you're looking for the sand, the snow, or the desert, we are all over the place. We want to work hard for you. Put us to work.
Yeah.
Give us a call today. I'm Stephanie Kelly with Parent & Kelly.
Scott Davenport from Guaranteed Rate.
And stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Woo!